90% of YouTube businesses bleed money every single day. I mean, they have viewers ready to buy, but no system to turn them into real buyers. Now, I've run over 50,000 people through these sales systems, and I've learned what actually gets the right people to book calls versus what just wastes your time. Now, in this video, I'll share exactly how I would relearn this whole system if I lost everything I knew about funnels and had to rebuild from zero. I'll share the system in 4 levels, from simple all the way to more advanced. And for each level, I'll also share the exact problem that you're going to hit that will stop your growth without you even realizing it. I'll even share the simple fix so that you can graduate each level, starting with something quick that you can get set up in the next 5 minutes. That's getting enough of the right people to click your call booking link. Because at this stage, you either don't have a call booking link or the one you have isn't getting the right calls. And so we're gonna cover how you get more of the right people to book calls with you in a sec. But first, you actually just need a calendar link. Because if you don't have one, you're literally just burning money. Just use Calendly or Google Calendar, whatever you want. Just give viewers a place to talk to you. I use a calendar link with automations built in. It's a little more advanced, but we'll cover that in the next section. Now, if you have a link but still no calls booked, I'm gonna assume that your content's good and it's targeted the right person, etc. The biggest reason you wouldn't be getting calls is because you haven't built enough trust yet. Or you just haven't given the viewers enough of a reason to click. So here's what that means. The hardest thing to do online is to build trust. I mean, think about it. These are just strangers watching you online, and they're already paying you with their time, but they just haven't gotten enough trust with you to spend even more time with you. And so you have to wait until you've built enough trust before you ask for the call. Like, just don't ask too early. Wait until roughly the back half of the video. But even if you do this ask right, you still have this one big problem, because the booking link only captures people ready now, like today. But what about the viewers who love your content and they'd be a great fit, but they're not ready for another month or two? Like, great fit, bad timing. So when the timing's finally right, like, they've forgotten about you. So how do we get their contact and build a relationship with them before they disappear? Here's what we do to graduate to level 2. We need to get the contact from people who are a good fit, but they're just not yet ready for the call. So to do that, you give people 2 link options instead of just 1. Now, the first option says something like, get a free marketing call. And the second one says something like, hey, if you're not ready for the call yet, just get my free tips via email. That's it. Now, it's a bit of a hot take because you have 2 CTAs, and marketing nerds say just have 1 call to action. But nuance exists in marketing. And so in this case, I think this call to action is actually still simple enough that if people are ready to talk, they'll click. If not, they'll be able to just get value from you. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I make videos on YouTube too. And I think, hey, YouTube's already hard enough. Like, do I have to write emails too? Not really, because you already have all the transcripts and stuff from your YouTube video. So just take your transcript and drop it into ChatGPT. You'll ask Chat to shorten it into an email format. Now, personally, I like using Claude instead of ChatGPT because I think it writes a lot better, but use whichever LLM you want. Take the output, drop it into an email platform, and hit send. For email platforms at this stage, use Beehive, MailChimp, Substack, anything you want. Just make sure that it has a landing page to actually capture the emails. So I use Go High Level to send my sales emails, just because it has all the sales automations and marketing functions built in. So think like websites, calendar, email, AI, CRM, etc. It's honestly not the best at any one thing specifically, but it's like good enough for what I need. So just make sure you use a email tool that has the landing page to capture emails from viewers, then use that same landing page link, put it into your YouTube description, and you're done. And honestly, all of this is so worth it. I had someone read my newsletter for a year before she bought. And then since then, she's bought my service 4 times, and she's one of my best clients. Now, here's the problem you're going to hit at level 2. When you add people to a mailing list, the people who sign up, you don't know who's gonna buy. And the people who buy are gonna need very specific messaging to convince them to buy. And so to graduate this level, we need to figure out which of your viewers is a potential buyer, so we can send them specific messages to get them on the phone. Okay, so here's the sneaky way that you get viewers to tell you who's actually a real buyer versus who's not. Now, we're gonna keep this super simple and just take that email opt-in form you already have and just add filtering questions to it. Now, these filters are just a simple question to help you figure out who's a potential buyer versus who's not. So I'll give you an example. This is Kevin. Now, Kevin's a wealth manager. And so for him, a potential client is a business owner, an employee, just someone who makes over a certain amount a year. Now, in his case, we added 2 simple questions to his email sign-up page. One is, what's your occupation? And the other is, what's your annual income? For Kevin, he was getting 15 to 20 calls a week, but of the 15 to 20 calls, only 5 could be potential clients. Now, this is still an incredible business, but we can't take so many calls that just aren't relevant to him. He has to be spending more time making better videos instead of being on calls that will never be a buyer. You got to add that filtering question to your page. And once you've added it, what do you do with the emails of the people who could be potential buyers? We need to send these potential buyers specific messaging to get them on calls. Now, in fancy terms, that customer list that we're adding them to is called a CRM. I'll share a few tips from when I was looking for a CRM, but this is not a CRM review video, so we're not going to go super in depth. But a few common CRMs that small businesses use, just as an example, High Level, Close, and Folk. High Level that's the one I use. It's my favorite for sales and marketing, but mainly because it has like everything that you need from an automation perspective. Close CRM is honestly the simplest one, and then Folk is a good one to use if you already have Notion, just because it looks exactly like Notion. I can't really speak as much about the other CRMs. There's a ton of others. I just haven't used them myself. And so at this stage, you've collected emails of potential buyers for your list and you've added them to your CRM, just this way so you know who to send emails to. Once you've learned this, you're gonna hit the next problem, which is with this method, you're asking people to sign up for your email to get more tips. Sounds nice, but honestly, it's not that persuasive. So you're only gonna get your super fans to sign up. And so we gotta figure out, like, super fans aren't a big number of your audience. And so we gotta figure out how do we get the casual viewers to sign up too? Because these casual viewers are gonna be a great fit to pay you. And so how do we 10x the number of people who are gonna sign up to your list? But before I show you that, if you're getting value from this video, take a moment to subscribe. It's a simple click, but it would mean a lot. We're looking to hit our goal of 10,000 subscribers in the next 12 months. So to graduate this level, you're gonna need to convince casual viewers to give you their email too, not just your super fans. So here's how you do it. All you have to do is offer them something that's so valuable they can't say no. And in marketing words, this is called a lead magnet. In reality, it's just a free gift that's related to what you sell. So let me give you some examples. If you do tax advice, offer a tax savings calculator. If you do marketing, do a website analyzer, or if you do real estate, do a property analyzer. So you just make a free gift, tell people about it in your video, you get them to click the link below, they'll go to a sign-up form, and in that sign-up form, once they fill it out, they receive your lead magnet via email. In my business, I already have this set up on autopilot, so as soon as they sign up, they receive the lead magnet right away via email. It's simple, but when you do it right, you get way more signups. So let me give you an example. Last year, I had one post gave me 3,000 downloads, and that led to 35 calls from one post, which sounds amazing, but if you think about it, 35 calls on 3,000 downloads is only 1%. So imagine I had 5%, that'd be 150 calls. That was so painful that I lost so many sales calls that I spent months just studying, testing, building, figure out how do we never lose this many sales calls from YouTube again. These are the exact same automations that we built for Kevin. Now, if you want these automations plugged into your business too, so you don't lose any more sales calls from YouTube, just click the link in the description below to chat with me or someone from my team. Once you set these automations up, it just runs on autopilot. So your videos bring viewers, your lead magnets get emails, the emails work to build the relationships, and then from that, the viewers book the calls. This way, you just have to focus on making great content. If you set the sales process, you're gonna have more of the right clients than you know what to do with. If not, honestly, you're just ignoring the 90% of your viewers who are just never gonna reach out, but they're gonna be incredible clients for your business. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you're gonna love this one right here. So let's see if they're right.